vlogger is going to take the most expensive bike they own to the murder capital of the US? I don't know. What up, boys? Can I come in? Hello. Honey, I'm home. Yeesh. I haven't drove a Jeep in a minute. All right, you stay there, BMW. What is up, guys? It is your least favorite moto vlogger, Brian636, coming to you live with Hoodeats episode 71. I'd like to welcome the 2020 BMW S1000rr to Hoodeats. This is her first one, and today we are doing one of the most demanded ones of all time. We are going to the murder capital of the US. Right across the border, our lovely neighbor, Gary, Indiana. We are going to go to one of the last restaurants in the entire city. For all my history buffs, for all my crime buffs, this one is for you. This city has an extremely interesting story of how it got to its current state of total decay. And what other vlogger is going to take the most expensive bike they own to the murder capital of the US? I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited for this. We're going to go to Charlie's, Coney Island. And before we do that, man, do we have a lot of history to cover, and man, do we have a lot of exploring to do. We are on 176th place and I-80, one of the last exits in Illinois before we cross over the state lines. Whew. And of course, she's backfiring, got all of her lights on. I'm genuinely excited for this one. Quick shifter! Woo! God! Is this the faster one? Holy! We might need it going into Indiana, baby. It is not Chicago. If you know what I mean. The boys in blue there are not so friendly. More to discover in Indiana. What is up? We have crossed state lines. Gary, Indiana is about 2 towns into the border between Indiana and Illinois, and is technically a suburb of Chicago. Exit 10, that means we're 10 miles into Indiana, and here we go. Broadway. Beautiful. The people of Gary welcome you, and welcome to Gary, Indiana. Oh, what a beautiful place. I've only been here once in my life, and I do recall most of the buildings being in this shape. Now, to all the people at home that are not familiar with Gary, Indiana, I need to catch you guys up quite a bit. How does a town in the US, a city in the US, come to end up looking like this? Nature reclaiming 95% of the homes and most of the population, you know, out of here? Good? You need help? You good? Okay. Making sure you don't need a joke. My man's just stuck out in the middle of nowhere. If I didn't catch a nail before, I'm definitely going to catch one now going through the alleys of Gary, Indiana. So what would Hoodeats be without a little bit of history? And I'm going to get right into this one right away. Gary, Indiana became a city in 1907. It's about 10 miles from the Indiana-Illinois border. And most importantly, it was and still is the U.S.'s biggest steel plant in Northern America. As the steel mill grew, so did the population of this once vibrant and booming city. Dude, this is literally crazy just driving around here right now. Like, this is actually nuts. Truly, I could not imagine trying to live a normal life in a city like this. It's freaking insane. So as the steel mill continued to grow, jobs continued to flourish here. Architecture, schools, neighborhoods, everything was based around the steel mill. U.S. Steel Gary Works. Very, very, very infamous plant that you cannot not talk about when you speak of Gary, Indiana. I want to get a picture of the BMW out here on this totally abandoned block. The entire block and neighborhood has been taken back by nature. Kind of crazy. Get back on this thing and keep on talking. My fan's going, she's hot. As World War II came, the steel production in the U.S. truly began to boom. And even after the war, with the total apocalyptic destruction that happened in Europe, steel production was very, very, very much in need. And cities like Gary, Indiana, and Gary Works, and many of the steel plants in the Rust Belt here of the Midwest, made a lot of the steel for not only the war effort, but to rebuild an entire continent after the war was said and done. This continued all the way into the 60s. Jesus, man, look at this freaking building. Holy crap. I'm going to say that a lot in this video. Holy crap. Now, in the 1960s, the U.S. and a lot of the companies within the US found that labor is cheaper overseas. Now, that's no different than the steel industry. The machines began to become machine operated here at Gary Works. They began to lay off thousands and thousands of workers, and with the steel plant employing almost the entire city, unemployment spiked, crime spiked, and a mass exodus of this city began to happen. I'll tell you what, man, we've done Hoodeats on the west side, the south side, Detroit, Tijuana, New York. We've done Hoodeats in a lot of places. I don't think anything really touches the total destruction and decay that is Gary, Indiana. I really don't. The town went from over 180,000 residents now to currently 75,000 residents. This means it's lost well over half of its population due to job loss, crime, and just the overall bleak nature that is this city. It is depressing being here. On a late April day, gloomy out, like, it's depressing to be here. Now in the 80s, 90s, and even early 2000s, Gary, Indiana held the unfortunate title of the murder capital of the US. Let me put this into perspective for you. It had over 10 times the national average for homicide rate. It fluctuated in between 55 to 80 per 100,000 residents. That's how likely you are to become a victim of a homicide here in Gary, Indiana. I don't know if you're a gambling person yourself, but I don't like my odds. That's absolutely terrible. That's insane. Even some of the neighborhoods in Chicago cannot even come close to that. Looks like it was an old shop at one point or something here. Holy shit. It's crazy how like 90% of these buildings are just wide open. Nature is retaking this city. Roof leaking and... whew. Pretty crazy. Stop into a couple of these. Oh, there's where I left my mattress. Looking for that. A lot of fire damage to a lot of the apartments and homes too. I'm really starting to notice that. Try to roll a stoppie here. Woo! Ever since I took the ABS sensors off the front, I've been able to roll stoppies again. Kind of cool. Dude, look at that, huh? If you're an urban exploration guy, I wish I could have rode my Sur here. This is definitely the town for you, man. You can come and explore just about anything and everything, huh? Bunch of pit bulls barking at the door in there. Jesus. Yeah, and as you can see, most of the city was built right around the time that the steel mill was expanding. So most of this is 1910 to 1930s. A lot of brick structure, but also a lot of wood on the inside. So these things do burn, and they burn really crazy when they get going. Now, I think for the same reason that I don't really ride with people during Hoodeats, I'm kind of having trouble with this one as well, just because it's kind of hard to speak about all this stuff when you're witnessing it. This is like what I imagine, speaking of World War II, this is what I imagine parts of Europe looking like after total bombardment for 5-6 years. Like, this is just the entire town. What's up, good boy? That reminds me, I haven't done a wheelie this vlog. Do a nice slow one. ABS failure. Yeah, I know. I took the sensors off myself, BMW. They're calling the police on me in Germany right now for taking the sensors off of this S1000. Now, they actually have a program here in Gary, Indiana that I thought was pretty interesting. I remember seeing it on the news in Chicago a couple of years ago, and I had to do some more digging just because it sounded too good to be true. It turns out it's true. You can actually buy homes here. There's a wait list and there's a lottery system. You can buy homes here that are in somewhat manageable fixing up state, so not something like this that is just totally destructed, for $1. You can buy a house here in Gary, Indiana for $1.
Gary City in the central U.S. state of Indiana has recently started a dollar home program, which, as the name suggests, allows eligible applicants to buy a house for only $1. The program is an effort to counter home abandonment and to aid new home buyers while raising the property value of neighboring homes. The deal is contingent upon the home meeting city building codes within 6 months, and the participant must reside in the home for 5 years. Then, after 5 years, the participant will get complete ownership of the house.
to get a house for $1, you fix it up, and in 5 years you'll have the deeds to it. That's a great opportunity.
Gary, Indiana, come here, get your house, $1. Maybe a house like this, you know, that needs roof repair, electrical, pipes, you know, I'm sure every bit of copper is stripped out of the thing. And you can buy it for $1, and you have to live in it for 5 years. You have to pay taxes on the house, and you have to get it within code within a certain amount of time. I thought that was kind of interesting. Where else in the U.S. can you buy a home for $1? Like what? Oh, look at this, we got some castle homes. This reminds me of very Chicago-esque homes like that. Lots of scrappers out here, man. Lots and lots of scrappers. Yeah, like that right there. That reminds me of like a brick bungalow on the west or south side. Every single one of them is abandoned though. Do you guys just clean up the houses around here, or do you scrap stuff, or?
No, we clean them out.
Okay, you clean them out? Okay. Okay, and then you guys fix them up and then resell them or something? Okay. I did some research. I saw you can buy houses here for $1. Yeah. That's a thing?
It's true. We started on this side like what, 3 years ago we were cold?
Oh, really? You guys have been working on this house for 3 years now? Is it a house or a multi-family? It is a multi? Can I see inside?
I don't think you'll be able to go through, but the right side, straight to the back.
Straight to the back? Yeah. Yep. Welcome. Those your family right there? Wow. How many units? It looks like 4 units or something, huh? Holy I bet there's mold and asbestos in here, huh? Probably not good to be breathing. How much did you guys buy the house for? Like $1 or something?
My dad, he's a general contractor, so he gets like spots like this, and then we just like remodel it. Like just remodel it.
That's cool, man. Is there still a lot of people buying houses in Gary? Yeah? No, I mean, you're only 10 miles away from Chicago. I don't know how it can't. It's kind of crazy. 2 pipes? 4 pipes. Yeah, it's a 4-cylinder. Yeah, it's one of the fastest production motorcycles right now. It's a BMW S1000rr. Yeah. That's our motorcycle shop in Chicago.
Let me ask you this question.
What up?
How far have you gotten on the side going around the curve, man?
I don't really take that one to the track. I used to go to the track and I could drag knee, drag elbow, do all that. But the beauty of this one is it's all stock and it's a 1000. I can still stunt it. Like I can still do wheelies and all that stuff. And it's still like a 200-mile-per-hour motocycle.
Nice ass BMW motorcycle.
Yeah. It's the only bike I got that's got like heated grips and can still go that fast. And it's just, yeah, it's fun, man. Have you guys been to Charlie's Coney Island before? Yeah, it's on Broadway. Is it pretty good?
Oh, yeah.
It's breakfast?
But they close at what time?
At 1:30. Yeah, I saw that. So I'm going to be getting some cold food if I go over there right now.
Not cold, but it's been there.
Yeah.
It's a nice bike, man. You looking to get some of these cribs out here for $1, huh?
Yeah. I'm looking to buy a house for $1. No. I know. I've been riding through here. I'm from the west side of Chicago. I've never really seen a city in this repair before, though. Well, I'm going to go get something to eat before they close. Brian, by the way. Drill?
Bird, Brian.
Bird? Good to meet you. Dre? Good to meet you guys.
Right, man. 2 down, Brian. 2 down.
One down. Give these guys a little something, huh? Jump up the staggered. Man, is this thing fun to just throw around like this, man. Because you'd never suspect it on a stock 1000. You're dropping back. Little coaster. Put her down. Every one of these guys I see on Instagram on one of these bikes, or other guys on YouTube, they're doing pow-pows. So it's fun to do some clutch work on them and slow the bike down. Because it is a cool bike once, you get rid of that engine brake. That was cool to see inside a home that they're actually rehabbing. And Son said that there is people still buying homes here in Gary. It could be lucrative, you're buying houses for $1, flipping them, and it's kind of crazy. As I believe Dre said that Gary, Indiana, and I can't talk about Gary and not touch on it, was the home of a whole lot of racism. A very segregated city. At one point, it was the U.S.'s most segregated city. East side was where the whites lived. West side is where the African Americans lived. And I do believe the west side is closer and more level to sea, so it was more prone to flooding, and it's in a swampy area, and yeah, just no good. And just like a lot of Chicago neighborhoods as well, in the late 60s when Martin Luther King was assassinated, there was a lot of riots, protesting, looting here, so much so that they had to bring in the National Guard to calm things down in Gary, Indiana, because the police force is so small, because it is a small town. Hundreds of people were arrested, there was, you know, buildings burned, and that was just solidifying the white flight and a lot of the businesses leaving this once prosperous and great U.S. city. Go down their main drag here, Broadway. Alright guys, sorry for interrupting Hoodeats episode 71 from beautiful Gary, Indiana. I just had to let you know that we dropped yet another exclusive vlog over on Patreon from Fort Lauderdale during spring break. Go out riding with Tallboy T and Chopsky, and this video is just a little bit too crazy for YouTube to ever let go live. Not only are you getting exclusive content over there, you're entered into giveaways, one-on-one chats. It's just the easiest way to support my channel, as YouTube and more mainstream social media does not support stunt riding. Click the link down in the description down there, and let's get back to Hoodeats back in Indiana. I love y'all. Peace. Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of this, man. Entire blocks of businesses just boarded up. Kind of cool. We're able to jump on the highway and go to some of these farther towns now that we got a stock S1000 that would just, you know, move. She moves. Now, not only is there only one grocery store in the entire town, there's no hotels here anymore. There's only a couple mom and pop restaurants. I mean, when your Popeyes is boarded up, man, God, we will be back. It's all boarded up. What do you mean, we'll be back? Where'd you go? It don't look like you're coming back. Dear God. Right here, Save More Food Center. This is their only grocery store in the entire town. Pretty crazy. Wow. Look at the old school. Come over here to Gary, Indiana's only grocery store. Save More. That's beautiful, man. Rust-free too?
My daughter's mom, she was older than me. She had one of those.
Wow.
She was born probably after mom got rid of the cows in the joint. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, that ain't yours?
No.
Oh, okay. The Ranger? Yeah, I thought that was yours, man.
I got a 1954. I like old stuff, man.
Yeah?
I've never had a new car in my life.
Neither have I. I've never bought anything new, actually. It loses half its value as soon as you pull it out the lot.
Where you from?
Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, you got some money? It's a good place to invest right now.
Yeah, you know, I just got done talking to a couple guys restoring a house over there, and they told me the same thing. They're like, man, Gary, Indiana's going up.
This motherfucker going like a rocket. I bet you it's been over. First of all, Gary's not Chicago.
Right. All right, bro. Here's downtown Gary's famous movie theater. This once was considered the gold standard of movie theaters in the 40s and 50s when the city was still being built, and people would come from all over the Midwest just to come see it. Pretty crazy. Here's the massive Methodist church that's been abandoned here, all made out of limestone as well. Looks like they got workers in there right now. The city church. In the early 1900s, immigrants, white migrants, and black Southerners came to Gary for work in the steel industry. Reverend William G. Seaman founded City Church downtown in 1926 to serve as a Christianizing influence on the diverse population. The ornate Methodist cathedral, funded in part by U.S. Steel, housed a gym, theater, music studio, cafeteria, and commercial unit. Yeah, this place is absolutely massive, dude. Gary Housing Authority. If he tells me something, I guess I'll get out of here, but the worker ain't even telling me nothing. I left my key on my bike, but holy... What up, boys? Wild to see a church in this kind of shape, huh? Just open. The entire roof is bombed out. Your boy's getting hungry. Look at how massive this place was. Absolutely massive, huh? You stay good, girl. This place was like a full city block wide. I mean, they said they had a church, school, gym. I wouldn't be surprised if there's people living in here still, man. I would definitely not suggest coming in here by yourself like I'm doing. It smells bad in here. Cut yourself up when on that. Gonna need a tetanus shot. Holy dude. Looks like this was the theater, as there's seating up there. Jesus. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is an S1000rr. I feel like this is as bad as I've ever seen a city in the U.S. That's saying a lot for me, man. Can I come in? Hello. Honey, I'm home. Oh, imagine if I just got locked in, man. This door just closed. All right, let's go get something to eat for real now, man. I love using that quick shifter, man. That's so sick. You don't even have to move your hand on the throttle or rev match or nothing. It's just there. I do have to say, guys, I want to take that with kind of a grain of salt that Gary's coming back. I want to believe that that's true. I want to believe that, you know, some of the neighborhoods from my home city are coming back. I don't know, though, if this city has slipped into such bad disrepair, because if I'm looking at the statistics from the outside looking in, because I don't have any attachment to Gary, I've seen a population decrease from 5 to 10% decade after decade ever since the 60s, and that's including, you know, 2000, 2010, and now 2020. For the first time ever, they're below 80,000 residents now. So even if I got a house here, unless this entire city does a 180, man, I don't know. I don't know if Gary's for me. Like I said, kind of depressing feeling. Kind of depressing. People are great though. I love that. Everyone's super friendly. Got their Indiana charm to them, huh? Gary police. They're here. You are not coming for me, dude. You are not coming for me. Thank you, dear God. Your boy wants to go enjoy lunch, not getting a interstate police chase through this damn city. Episode 71, man. I can't believe it took me 71 episodes to get to Gary, Indiana. I mean, people talk about Gary like they do Detroit, but if you really know Gary, like, it's hard to touch as far as hoods go. Straight out of Gary. Come get your attorney. Should be right up here on our right, huh? All I really see here is Tommy's Philly cheesesteaks. This is where it's supposed to be. Might be having a cheesesteak. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Screw it. Charlie's might be closed, man. Would not be surprised in this city. Just a cheesesteak with a soda, please.
How many you want? Two?
No, just one.
Two?
No, just one. Just one.
This one?
Yeah.
728.
Okay. Thank you. Whew. Hopefully it's good. Give this one a wait.
I gotta say, guys, this Philly looks absolutely amazing. I am a sucker for Philly cheesesteaks. I know we said we were going to Charlie's Coney Island, but I did some research. It doesn't exist here anymore. So it used to be right there. So this is what we got. I don't know what to tell you. Tommy's Philly cheesesteaks. Looks good. Give it a try here and let you know what I think. What's up, baby? How we doing? Overall, guys, pretty good. Pretty standard issue for a cheesesteak. I do gotta say, lots of greens on it. Cheese is awesome. Meat's pretty good. Pretty standard issue though. I mean, I'm not wowed, but man, fries though, seasoned perfectly. Brisk, super cold. I can't complain, man. This is a pretty good one. If you're ever traveling in Gary, Indiana, right off of I-80, this might be for you, man. Beautiful.
Caddy pulled up. You ever seen a caddy that's got two hood ornaments? Only in Gary. All right, let's go do a little bit more exploring. Of course, ABS failure. Thank you, BMW. I am well aware. Thank you. We do have something pretty cool right here that I saw on Google Maps that we're like 3 blocks away from. Should turn right up here on Jackson. I believe this is Jackson. I think it's Jackson. Gary ain't scary. Oh my God. A lot of people might argue with that. Holy. Look at these alleys, man. I should have rode the frickin' 450. Doing some off-roading. It's probably the worst bike I got to do off-roading with. Well, there was a cop texting. Turn right on here on Jackson. It's not a coincidence that we just turned on Jackson either, people. Because Gary, Indiana is the home to a very special man. This is Michael Jackson's childhood home. Pretty crazy. This is where the Jacksons grew up, man. It's still in beautiful shape, too. This entire block is not too bad. I guess we got some vacant buildings. Okay, we got a bunch of vacant buildings. But this is where Michael Jackson grew up. Kind of cool for all my Michael Jackson fans out there. Kind of cool. We miss you so much. I love you. I always loved you. Bunch of remembrances of Mike Jackson. It's pretty cool. It's in good shape too. Right next to one of the many closed down schools here. Many closed down schools. That's the thing about when you lose most of your population, man. Everything stays like that you built, but no one's using it anymore, so it just kind of rots away. What do you think? Should we do a lap? Oh my God. This AstroTurf feels so weird on the street tires. Woo! Got an S1000 on a foot track. He's in second, but he's gaining. Here he goes on the last lap. The S1000 takes it. Michael Jackson wins the race on an S1000rr. Huh? It's a BMW S1000rr. Marketplace. It's a little company called Facebook. So Facebook is on your phone. It's an app, and then you pull up Marketplace, and people are selling stuff on it. Man, that's a really specific question.
I'm 17.
All right, I'll come check it out. What in the heck? Because I'm 17 and I'm driving a Jeep. What? How's it going? She's like, ah. I've seen crazier. Yeah. This thing's running and it ain't got a key. I know exactly what this is. Ah. Yeah.
Wait a minute, wait. I think I saw you on Instagram.
Maybe.
On the highway?
Yeah.
Yes, I know exactly.
Yeah, that's me. Can I drive this thing?
Yeah, I mean, I want to drive your motorcycle though.
No. I'll drive your Jeep. I'll keep it in here.
Over here?
Yeah.
It's not wrong with it, but it's like, you just turn the key.
Okay. Give this thing a shot, huh? You want to come in?
Yeah, sure.
Let's give this thing a shot, huh? Yeesh. I haven't drove a Jeep in a minute. All right, you stay there, BMW.
You're recording right now?
I don't know. Is it blinking?
No. Oh,
No.
yeah, it is.
It is?
It's red.
What up? Wow, there's a freaking Black Hawk helicopter. That's the president in town in Chicago. Yeah. This thing feels good. Got good power, good brakes. You're 17, this is your first car?
First car.
Beautiful, man. She's in good shape. I wish I had a car when I was 17. I didn't have a car until I was 21, to answer your question. Yeah, I got my first car when I was 21. It was a BMW M3. Yeah, and it gave me a bunch of problems. It was a piece of shit, and I ended up selling it. So what, it stays running when you...
No, so I turn it, so like when you turn it off, it's already off.
It was running with it out it in, though. That was crazy.
It was running because it's a
Oh, auto start. Okay.
That's why.
Cool. Well, congratulations, man. Did you buy it on your own?
So I had my mom help me out because I was struggling to look for a car.
I was going to say, the Chicago sticker.
How much does this cost?
A lot. This is not a good bike to start with. This is the worst starter bike ever. Do not start with this because it's too fast. This thing's 1,000 cc's. It'll go almost 200 miles an hour. You get a 600, maybe a 500, maybe even a Grom, but not this. This is not a starter bike. What's your name?
My name's Lauren.
Brian, man. Good to meet you.
Call me King though.
King?
Yeah.
You want me to call you King?
Yeah, you can call me King.
All right, I got to get back to Chicago. I'm already late. King, good to meet you, man. Be safe out here. Congratulations on your first car. It's beautiful. 17 years old. You're killing it. Thanks, man. This vlog just keeps getting more and more random, don't it? Huge high school that's been shut down here. Theodore Roosevelt College and Career Academy. Enroll now. It's all boarded up. Pretty crazy, man. Gary, Indiana. We love it, man. What an awesome episode. Hoodeats episode 71. 71 episodes, guys. And it's all because of you. If you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe. If you're a Michael Jackson fan, leave it down in the freaking comment. And if you love the BMW S1000rr, you like the wheelies, you like anything about this thing, hit the damn like button, man. It's free. Respect life. Coming live from the murder capital of the U.S. Respect life. Put the guns down. These are human lives. There's good dudes like King running around here in his first car. There's good dudes like Dre rehabbing homes. There's so many good people here. And I always say that. You meet the best people in some of the most scary and worst places. So, as always, guys, I am going to get back on the highway, back to CHICAGO, and make myself back at home at the shop. I love you guys. Respect life. Least favorite motovlogger, Brian606, signing off. Peace.